That right behind me is the unfinished Wayne County Jail. You know all about that, but take a listen. Do you hear that? Can you hear the chanting and the cheering of the soccer fans? Well, it's getting louder today. We'll tell you why.
We're inside Little Caesars Arena, where the Red Wings will open up this building officially. There's a lot of red, there's a lot of bells and whistles. We'll have a preview next.
Okay, Jamie, but first, the director of the Michigan State Police has a critical meeting in Lansing amid calls for her to resign over a controversial Facebook post. Thanks for being with us for the news at 5. Colonel Christy Kibiechu met a short time ago with the Legislative Black Caucus in Lansing.
After that meeting wrapped up, she was swarmed by cameras and reporters asking whether she's going to step down. We bring in Sean Lay live at the Capitol tonight, and Sean, she says she's going nowhere.
Again, reiterating the colonel saying she is not resigning. At the same time, Devin, she made it a point to point out that these comments were made on her personal Facebook page. The whole meeting got started with a state senator from Southfield who has a long history in law enforcement asking the colonel this question: can you still lead this department?
My comments on a personal Facebook post was very offensive, and I am truly sorry. That was never my intent.
Colonel Etchu's voice was shaking as she again apologized for sharing a Facebook post calling NFL players protesting the national anthem in the name of police brutality degenerates. The question for the Legislative Black Caucus today: can she still lead the Michigan State Police?
I am not resigning. Thank you.
Can you still lead, Colonel? What do you mean? Colonel, can you still lead? Just days ago, Senator Gregory called for the colonel to step down. After today's meeting, he hasn't changed his mind.
Let me just say that my position has not changed, although I do think that the colonel is very remorseful in what happened.
How does she lead the police force forward and unite and not divide?
As we look forward to additional conversations with the governor, with the colonel, and in addressing these issues.
Primarily, we have some work to do with our minority populations, but if I offended anyone, I'm truly sorry.
Back here live outside the Capitol, members of the Legislative Black Caucus saying this first meeting is just the beginning. Another meeting is being held next Tuesday. This time the governor will be in attendance. Devin?
Well, Sean, where are they looking for common ground here then?
Yeah, they said this has opened the door to minority recruitment within the MSP. Both sides, the colonel and Legislative Black Caucus and other members, frankly, saying not enough minorities and African Americans being recruited into the force. That's opened the door for a conversation to get moving on that.
All right, Sean.
Some breaking health news to pass along to you this afternoon out of Ann Arbor.
The Washtenaw County Health Department is warning restaurant customers who may have been exposed to hepatitis A. A case of the disease has been confirmed in a worker at the Cardamom restaurant that's located on Plymouth Road. Anyone who ate at the restaurant between September 16th and October 3rd, that stretch of weeks, could have been exposed. Concerned customers are advised to contact the health department or their personal physician. The hepatitis A vaccine may provide protection against the disease if given within 2 weeks of being exposed. Also breaking right now, we've got all lanes of southbound I-275 at 7 Mile shut down for the next 2 hours because of this bad crash. You're seeing video from Sky 4. We expect heavy traffic backups in the area, but completely shut down at 275 southbound. We'll let you know when the road is back open. And now to the tragedy in Las Vegas. New dark details that we continue to learn about the shooter.
Yeah, let's run through the latest, and there is a lot to run through here. The investigators now acknowledge the shooter, Stephen Paddock, may have had help in the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Also, there's new word Paddock may have scouted possible attack locations in Chicago and Boston.
Police also say he had a pile of explosives in his car on the night of the shooting. Sarah Doloff is in Las Vegas with the latest. Sarah?
Devin and Kimberly, good evening. Investigators delving deeper into what they describe as the gunman's secret life, years spent assembling an arsenal of weapons and explosives.
In the weeks and months leading up to the massacre in Las Vegas.
Hey, they're shooting right at us, guys. Everybody stay down.
Authorities confirmed Stephen Paddock looked at other cities with high-rises overlooking outdoor concert venues, including Boston's Fenway Park. He went so far as to book rooms in Las Vegas the weekend of the Life is Beautiful music festival and Chicago during Lollapalooza, although he never checked in.
Was he doing pre-surveillance? We don't know yet.
When he arrived at Mandalay Bay September 28th, he requested a room on a high floor, mounted cameras to look for law enforcement, and blocked stair access. Inside the room, police found thousands of rounds of unspent ammunition and a significant amount of explosives in his car.
We look for actual indicators of affiliation, of motive, of intent, and so far we're not there. We don't have those sort of indicators.
Today, more praise for the city's first responders, including a fire captain returning from another call when he heard gunshots.
Captain picked up the radio and said, "Dispatch, do you have any reports of gunfire and something going on right now? Because I'm hearing a lot of gunfire." They said, "No." "Oh, yes, now we do." It was that fast. The floodgates opened on Giles and out poured dozens and dozens and dozens of patients.
Go! Run! Keep your head down! Go!
Jumping into action. Bravery that undoubtedly saved lives as bullets rained down.
This afternoon, the NRA endorsed tighter restrictions on devices that allow semi-automatic rifles to fire like automatic ones. Paddock's guns have been outfitted with a dozen of them. In Las Vegas, Sarah Dolph, Local 4.
All right, Sarah, thank you. And this tragedy has sparked a new debate over gun control in Washington. Ahead at 5:30, the new restrictions being proposed that the NRA agrees with.
Dan Gilbert's push to get a soccer stadium in Detroit one big step closer to reality today. Wayne County and the city of Detroit have reached a deal to swap pieces of land.
And while that may seem insignificant, this deal paves the way for a new Justice Center near Eastern Market and says so long to the eyesore next to Ford Field. Jason Colthorpe is live there to show us how it all works. Jason, I guess you could say there's a lot of moving pieces here.
Yeah, and envision those moving pieces as dominoes, Kimberly, because one certainly has to fall before the next one can, and today was a pretty big domino. And what it does is it gives the county that other piece of land it needs to unload this piece of land. And obviously you say eyesore, a lot of people think of it this way. Now this is a key step before they can finally get rid of this abandoned concrete and overgrown weeds. The city of Detroit and Wayne County have made a trade. It's pretty simple. Wayne County gets the DDOT property at I-75 and East Warren, where, if the rest of the plan falls into place, a new criminal justice complex, including a new jail, will be built. In exchange, the city gets the old American Motors headquarters on Plymouth Road on the city's west side. This land swap clears the way for Dan Gilbert's Rock Ventures to finalize the deal to buy the Gratiot property and build a possible pro soccer stadium and mixed-use development.
It is exciting, really exciting. I'm a soccer fan and I love soccer. That's why I'm excited about it, not just the business.
Businesses are excited, but preparing for an ebb and flow of customers.
We do a lot, this area especially, from the justice, from the court, from the jail, all the people work there. We have a lot of traffic from them too. So I don't know if that's going to affect a little bit till they build everything.
Others have their own concerns.
It could work, but
You're skeptical.
Very much so.
Why?
He just owns everything.
So you're worried about another Dan Gilbert-owned property?
Absolutely.
Now, that said, she is very much in favor of getting rid of this eyesore. It's just the word everybody seems to use is what this unfinished jail has become to everybody. And she lives over here by Gratiot, so she sees it every day. Now, as for the old AMC headquarters the city now has, it plans to redevelop it. No timetable on when or what that could turn into, but Mayor Mike Duggan, very excited about it, calls the whole thing a win-win for the city and Wayne County. Kimberly?
So much exciting stuff going on. So, Jason, as far as the county's backup plan goes, is that still in place, or are they pretty much all in with Rock Ventures here?
Right. We cannot forget about the backup plan, which is to finish this as the brand new Wayne County Jail. It is still in place. In fact, the deadline for that with Walsh Construction is coming up in about 2 weeks, the end of this month. Right now, the county has asked for an extension of that plan to see if they can finalize things with Dan Gilbert's group to make sure they have everything in place in case one thing does fall through. Right. We'll wait and see, Kim.
Yep, stay tuned. Okay, Jason, thanks. Devin?
And let's move north and west of there because it is time. After a decade of speculation and construction, just a short time from now, the Red Wings will open the season in their brand new arena. And while the new barn has all the bells and whistles, Thank you. Even that new arena smell. There's one thing that came over from the old place. Hopefully we'll hear that a few times. The iconic goal horn from Joe Louis Arena made the move as well. It'll go off when the Wings score. Jamie Edmonds live at Little Caesars Arena tonight. Jamie, going to be pretty cool to finally see the puck drop after this long, long wait.
Oh, Devin, it's going to be amazing. I'll tell you one thing that didn't make the trip is the sticky floors from Joe Louis Arena. These floors are all nice and shiny. This is officially the very first game, regular season for the Red Wings, and the team rolled out the red carpet, literally. The players are coming in outside and alumni to fans. Inside, I'm going to show you around. This place is awesome. It should be for $635 million bucks, right? First is that screen, 5,100 square feet, seamless center hung scoreboard, largest in the NHL, and they're practicing for all the pregame festivities. That's not the only one, though. There's boards all around this place. It's a sea of red, really. Look at the seats. They're wider than Joe Louis Arena. They're more comfortable, and there's cup holders, which everyone seems to love. Coming back here to me, there are a couple goodies these fans will get when they come. This towel, of course, rally the Red Wings, right? And PETA is giving away these things. They say don't throw the real thing on the ice. Just hold on to these. I'll be back in sports with a live interview. Back to you.
We're jealous. We're jealous.
We gotta get over there.
Over there right
so
now.
Good.
Yeah. Well, we're just getting started here on a big day at 5.
We have much more ahead in this hour of news, including why nurses at a major Michigan hospital have walked off the job. And we're also following some bad news for Netflix fans. Ben?
Kim and Devin, with a game this big, you got to start tailgating 2 days early. So whether you're wearing maize or blue or green and white, the party's for you down at Beacon Park. We're live with your forecast next.
A Detroit family with young children robbed twice and forced to move. Why they say they're scared to live in Detroit.
A man would even do that to a child.
After spending hundreds on home surveillance every month, this family hopes someone recognizes these robbers.
Critics call new at 6.
The community was not happy when the Michigan State Police said they would investigate the death of Damon Grieves themselves. Now key evidence has gone missing. The story is coming up.
A serial burglar caught in Warren. Business owners are thrilled.
I'm very excited.
Next, the remarkable police work that led to his arrest.
All right, Sean. A family living on Detroit's west side doesn't know what to do after being hit by robbers not once, but twice in the past 2 months.
And get this, they moved after their child had a gun pointed in their face in the first attack. Here's a snapshot of the attackers walking up to their house. Priya Mann spoke to them today just hours after the second robbery. Priya?
This first robbery happened early in the morning. The dad's in the driveway getting his truck ready for work. These two robbers come around the side of the house, walk in through the front door. The family says they were violent, aggressive, at one point putting a gun to a child's head.
So at that point, I thought that he was going to take all of our lives.
Haishana Kitchen says the two men beat up her husband as she tried protecting their children.
They beat my husband, put the gun to my 2-year-old daughter's head.
After stealing almost $4,000, Haishana says that still wasn't enough.
And he giving them everything we have, and you know they still demanded more money.
The first robbery happened in late July on Redfern Street. After spending a few weeks in a hotel, the family moved a few blocks away into a rental on Winston, where they were robbed again.
At night, I put a chair by the door and I put a 2x4. To make sure no one come in.
On Wednesday, two thieves opened the unlocked car doors and stole her wallet, Social Security card, and son's birth certificate.
I was rushing and I left it unlocked. I wasn't, thinking, and, I didn't think that would happen.
Haishana filed 2 police reports and says she doesn't feel that Detroit police are taking either investigation seriously.
They don't care. I mean, when I went up there last night, they told me that they backed up, that they have a lot of other cases that they have.
And Detroit police say they are actively investigating, that they dusted for fingerprints. They're waiting for a match. They have an audio recording from that first robbery, but they need witnesses to come forward. And just a few minutes ago, Haishana texted me saying she finally heard back from Detroit police. She is thanking us for her help, but obviously hoping these men are caught. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya. Well, now to the weather. No sign of Ben around the building today because his mama didn't raise a fool.
That's right. He knows what to do on a good day. He's live at Beacon Park for a pep rally ahead of this weekend's clash between Michigan and Michigan State. Hi there, Ben.
I heard there was football, I heard there was food, I heard there was drinks, and I said, I'll see you guys later. What a fantastic day down here at Beacon Park, and we're going to talk more about the pep rally for the big game. It's coming up this weekend, but I'll tell you, this forecast is phenomenal. We've got temperatures out there right now which are in the mid-70s, but this time in October, it has been a fantastic afternoon, up to 78 in Ann Arbor, of course, the side of the big game later on this weekend. However, a couple flies in the ointment tonight. We're tracking showers across central Michigan. You can see them there just approaching southwest of the Saginaw Bay, heading towards Lansing. So do expect that some of those showers are going to be hanging around this evening. And we're also watching what is now Tropical Storm Nate. That's what's circled there near the coast of Nicaragua. That's going to head north over the weekend. It'll clip the Yucatan Peninsula and head pretty close to Cancun there. And then finally, as we get into the weekend, this is going to make landfall somewhere on the Gulf Coast. Right now, it looks like it's going to be awfully close to New Orleans. Probably on Sunday morning as a Category 1 hurricane. So that'll be the weather story this weekend. Otherwise, we will be watching more shower chances as we get into tomorrow. Mostly this is going to be in the second half of the day, but as that warm front lifts, that's going to keep us dry for most of Saturday. Unfortunately, not during the game. Cold front moves through, so for a brief window of time, we're going to see some downpours, probably some thunderstorms, and also some gusty winds, 20 to 25 mile-an-hour winds ahead of the front, and they could be gusting as high as 50 plus with some of those showers that are going to be coming in on Saturday. Otherwise, tonight, temperatures on the mild side as we drop down into the 50s, 57 with increasing clouds and those evening showers, mainly north of Detroit, looks like the better chance. High temperatures tomorrow are not going to make it to 70 with the clouds and shower chances around, but unfortunately those showers still around late on Saturday for the game. High temperatures will soar to 81 with those windy conditions, and then 70s in play as we head towards the end of the weekend. What would a tailgate be without food? So we've got one of the food trucks that's here, Burger, and I'm with Sean Weeks, who is actually the owner of this. You've been in the bricks and mortar restaurant business for a while, but now you're into food trucks. Why'd you make the move?
I really made the move because it gave me a little more flexibility with scheduling, and I have 2 kids, and it just allowed me to spend more time at home.
And downtown's booming too, right?
It is, and I'm looking to get down here more often.
So tell us what you got on the grill.
Right now we got some custom blend, hand-patted, fresh ground chuck. We serve up. We have singles and doubles. We also serve some other items on request. We have kielbasa. We have scratch-made veggie burgers.
And you can get a bacon, you can get an egg, you can get all kinds of toppings on this stuff. It's one of the first things you're going to see down here at Beacon Park. So come on out and see us. We're going to be down here till 11 o'clock tonight, guys.
Oh, that burger that you just mash right on the grill.
And Ben is only 6 blocks away.
We can run over there during a commercial break and get back, I think.
I'll see you guys soon, right?
Yeah, we're on the way. All right, Doc.
What does a broom have to do with good grades? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll share some surprising activities that may help your students succeed in school and improve their health, too.
All right, Frank, but first, patients being put in the middle as nurses at the UP's largest hospital walk out. What's next? Across Michigan tonight, nurses at the UP Health System in Marquette have started a 2-day strike after no deal was reached in their contract negotiations.
Nurses say they consistently work 16-hour shifts, and that's just not good for patients. While the hospital was hoping to avoid a strike, they have been preparing just in case. The hospital will be staffed with qualified temporary nurses for the duration of the strike. The 2-day strike will last from 7 a.m. today until 7 a.m. on Saturday. At this time, there are no future dates set for negotiations. Michigan's official Christmas tree for 2017 has been selected.
A 60-foot spruce making its way from the Upper Peninsula in Stevenson to Lansing this month, claiming its name as Michigan's 32nd official Christmas tree, chosen by staff from the Michigan Department of Technology, Management and Budget. The tree lighting will take place as part of the Silver Bells in the City celebration, which comes up on November 17th. Great news, actor Adam Campbell visited Detroit today. His character, the executive producer of a fictitious cable news show called The Breakdown, and the show's been getting a little bit of buzz lately.
And that is because SNL alum Tina Fey, who is the executive producer of the show and is also making her first appearance in front of the camera this season, playing the new boss. Plus, the show airs at 9:30 on Thursday nights, right after the much-anticipated return of Will and Grace. We asked Adam if getting that coveted time slot added any more pressure for the show to succeed.
There is a bit more pressure in terms of we hope more people watch it, but I think the show is even better this season than it was last season. So I think we all feel really confident that it's a great show and it's just building on the success of last year. It's not like it's plateauing and the writing's getting stale. It's just getting weirder and weirder. The jokes are getting faster and faster. It's I would watch it even if I wasn't in it.
Marvelous, marvelous. You can watch Great News tonight at 9:30 p.m. right here on Local 4, following Will and Grace at 9 p.m.
New at 5:30.
Big game this weekend, Michigan versus Michigan State, but the scammers are trying to rip you off. These are copies of fake tickets being sold, but there's one thing printed on these tickets that should give it away.
Are Republicans ready to move on gun control? Today in Washington, talk over banning a specific product that many say makes guns more dangerous.
A teenager killed over a pair of Air Jordans, a 20-year-old man sentenced today, and the judge had a lot to say.
On the next week.
He is going to be locked up for a very long time. Today, the man who admitted to killing a teenager over a pair of Air Jordans learned his fate in court. And it tops our news at 5:30. The judge told 20-year-old Dante Ford that he lacked a moral compass just before sentencing to 28 to 50 years in prison.
Ford pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the shooting death of 17-year-old Corey Harris Thomas back in June during what was supposed to be a sale of a pair of Air Jordans. Priya Mann following the story. Priya, the victim's parents were in the courtroom, I understand.
And Karen spoke at length. Corey's parents spoke about everything they did to try to prevent their son from living this lifestyle of making a quick buck. He was enrolled in a lot of sports. He went to school in the Grosse Pointe area, but in the end, he lost his life over a pair of expensive gym shoes.
It's not a day I wish I couldn't hold him and tell him I love him.
The parents of Corey Harris Thomas spoke about their devastating loss.
And not being able to open the door and tell him to get up so he can go to school. It breaks my heart.
But that was my first one. We did a lot together. And for him to be gone, it hurts.
In June, the 17-year-old was shot and killed on the west side over a pair of Air Jordans. Prosecutors say 20-year-old Dante Tyrell Ford met up with the teen and his friend to buy the shoes. During the exchange, the friend and Ford pulled out weapons, and the teen was killed.
Mr. Ford took the life of someone almost the same age, and over what? A pair of Air Jordan Nikes.
Ford declined to speak at his sentencing. The victim's parents say they tried everything to prevent their son from being a victim of violence.
I thought that taking him to a suburb would avoid a situation like this because it happens to so many young men.
And Mr. Ford knew that what he was doing was wrong. He had no right at gunpoint to rob and then eventually kill someone over a pair of gym shoes.
And Ford will spend 28 to 50 years in prison. Corey's parents say they really regret allowing him to stay home from school that day. They were having a new air conditioning unit installed. Corey offered to help his dad put that air conditioning unit in their home. He would later go for this ride with his friend and Ford and never made it home. Reporting live from Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Such a very sad story. All right, thank you, Priya.
Are Republicans budging on gun control? Following the deadly shootings in Las Vegas, gun control once again a major topic on Capitol Hill. And today lawmakers focusing on one very specific ban. Blaine Alexander following the story from the White House. Blaine.
And hello to you from the White House. For so long, gun control really has been a one-sided debate. Democrats pushing for it and Republicans pushing back. But today, many GOP lawmakers, even the NRA, are urging another look at a product that some say makes guns more dangerous.
Today, Republicans signaling they are willing to take a modest step on gun control. The target, bump stocks. attachments that modify guns to fire almost like fully automatic weapons. And used by the Las Vegas gunmen, according to police. House Speaker Paul Ryan willing to consider a ban.
Fully automatic weapons have been banned for a long time. Apparently, this allows you to take a semi-automatic, turn it into fully automatic, so clearly that's something we need to look into.
Ryan speaking to conservative radio and MSNBC host Hugh Hewitt, who predicts such a ban could pass this year.
What you'll see is a very discrete piece of legislation aimed at a very specific problem and not a broad gun rights or gun advocate or gun control bill.
Members of both parties and multiple organizations are planning to take a look at bump stocks and related devices. We certainly welcome that, would like to be part of that conversation.
Far-right Breitbart News pressuring the White House and Republicans willing to take on a bump stock ban.
This strikes me as something worth considering.
The NRA breaking its silence and urging the ATF to reconsider whether bump stocks should be legal in the first place, while in the same statement calling for an expansion of right-to-carry laws. A gun control debate that stalled after tragedies in Sandy Hook, San Bernardino, and Orlando. Now, following Las Vegas, showing signs of movement.
And there are already several bills crafted related to a bump stock ban. The White House says that President Trump is open to talks, but also wants to get more facts, along with input from law enforcement and victims' families. At the White House, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, Blaine. Earlier this week, Walmart quietly removed bump stocks and other accessories used by the Las Vegas shooter from their website.
Well, the popular streaming service Netflix is going to be raising some of its prices.
The most popular plan, the standard plan, is going to increase by $1 from $9.99 to $10.99. Premium plan is going to increase by $2. That's $11.99 to $13.99. Basic plan is going to remain the same price at $7.99. The price hike only affects U.S. customers, and subscribers will get a 30-day notification that will arrive on October 19th. All right, let's get back to Ben live over at Beacon Park, not too far from us here. Pep rally, helping folks getting ready for the big game this weekend.
Yeah, lots of people showing up. We've got the band in the background. It looks like a very fun event out there, Ben.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely here, and what would a pep rally be without a band? So we got the folks from Cash Jack's Marching Band to come down. Let's give a listen. So they're going to be wrapping up their performance here, and I'll tell you, the field isn't just for show. We're going to have an alumni flag football game that's going to be going on here at 5:45. In fact, our own Jamie Edmonds is going to be down to do the play-by-play for that a little bit later on. And if you don't want to watch any football, you can participate, and we've got cornhole, bowling, ping pong, all kinds of good stuff. Plus, as always, there's food and drinks to keep everybody well hydrated down here. So come on out. It's going to be going on from now till 11 o'clock. We're at Beacon Park in downtown Detroit. That's back to you.
If you have ever doubted how smart Ben is, look at the wardrobe choice for today. No blue, yellow, green, or white. He chose purple.
I think he's doing like
right
Central Chips
right
colors.
Down the middle. All right, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Well, it is going to be a big weekend for Michigan and Michigan State fans alike. The in-state rivalry is being played in prime time. And that also means there's plenty of extra time for tailgating. Ann Arbor expecting a real surge of visitors and partygoers, and the athletic directors for both universities are joining together to ask fans for civility and respect. They are taking extra security precautions and asking fans to try to focus only on the game.
And as we get geared up for the big game, we know there are a lot of people looking to score that coveted ticket to the Big House on Saturday night.
Before you try to buy one, Help Me Hank has an important warning. Hank Winchester here with what you need to know, and we're already seeing some trouble here, aren't we?
We are. The scammers are out there. The main thing is that tickets, legitimate tickets from Ann Arbor, from the Big House, the game is sold out. That's not a big surprise. But if you hop online, you may notice tickets like this one. They do look real, but they're fake, and here's how you can tell the difference. The big game at the Big House, Michigan taking on Michigan State. About 110,000 fans will be packed into the largest college stadium in the country to watch one of college football's most celebrated rivalries. But if you haven't bought your ticket just yet, beware, because fake tickets like these are being sold on various websites like Craigslist. The scammers selling them for more than $200 a piece, and they've already made many, many sales. The U of M athletic department releasing a statement saying the athletic ticket office has already seen instances of counterfeit tickets for the game. Fans presenting counterfeit tickets will not be admitted, and with no inventory available for the game, the ticket office will not be able to assist fans that attempt to enter with invalid tickets. Here's what you need to know. The game is sold out, but secondary tickets are being sold on StubHub. But before you buy any ticket, make sure you read the fine print. Check to see if the location and the date are correct. Also, on college tickets, start times are not listed. And if the ticket price seems too good to be true, it is likely a fake. Police are working to track down the scammers. So far, no luck. These are copies, like I mentioned, of those fake tickets. Here, take a look.
Okay.
Tell me if you can spot what makes it a fake.
Well, for one thing, it's very out of focus.
Right. Well, it's a copy.
That was my bad
It's
contact.
a copy.
It's a copy.
Well, it's the time of the game is on here.
The time of the game is on there, and also, if you take a look, Michigan is spelled incorrectly.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, fantastic.
Typo.
Yeah, so
Yes,
you have to
yes.
take a really close look at the tickets. More than likely, there's going to be some flaw that will let you know that it is not the real deal.
It's weird because now in our print your own ticket, a lot of people do print get it off the computer, and
Right.
so it is a little trickier because they don't all have that authentic sort of cardboard feel to them now. Yeah.
Buyer beware.
Terribly right.
Thank
Alrighty.
you very much, Hank.
Well, Jamie is at the best place to be in downtown Detroit tonight, live at Little Caesars Arena for a historic night for the Red Wings and their fans. Jamie.
Devin, we talked about the building and how sweet it is, but what about the ice and the hockey that will be played? Let's ask the boss coming up in sports.
We're inside a local college test kitchen as 10 of America's best chefs battle it out to get the American Culinary Federation title of Certified Master Chef. We'll take you inside the kitchen for all the drama.
So how would you like a cleaner house and better grades for your child? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll share some surprising activities that may help your student get an edge and improve their health too.
ABC New at 6.
Police say the shoplifter was having quite a day when someone noticed something wasn't right. New at 6, where she allegedly tried to hide the goods when officers closed in.
Over the past month, we've seen a lot of images of people in need, and many of us have responded by giving. But what is the real reason people help complete strangers? We've got the answers coming up in Good Health at 6 o'clock.
In Good Health, studying isn't the only way to boost your child's odds of succeeding in school.
Now, research finds some surprising activities can also give students a leg up on the competition, and Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with a broom. I guess that's part of the story.
Well, of course I have one. How do you think I keep this place so clean? How would you like a cleaner house and more successful kids? Well, there may be a connection. In fact, studies find children who have regular chores may have an academic edge over kids who don't. With today's kids so involved in school and extracurricular activities, many parents are not assigning chores at home. In a survey of 1,000 adults, 82% said they had to do regular chores growing up, but only 28% require their own children to do chores. That may be a mistake. A study by the University of Minnesota found children who began doing chores when they were 3 and 4 grew up to be more successful academically, socially, and in their early careers. To get the most benefit, experts say choose chores that are age appropriate and teach children how to do them correctly. Use a chore chart to keep track and assign chores that benefit the whole family. Once they finish their chores, for a reward, instead of screen time, think green time. Playing outside has numerous health benefits, but researchers are also finding it can help boost a child's brain. Researchers studied children ages 7 to 10 and found the kids who had more time outdoors improved their short-term memory by as much as 28%. Unstructured or free play in particular helps develop part of the brain responsible for regulating emotions and problem solving, and spending time in nature helps improve attention and mood in children and adults. Finally, a review of 14 studies found the more physical activity children had, the higher their scores in basic subjects like math, English, and reading. Now, experts say activities like outdoor play and even chores can make children better learners by boosting their focus and their ability to stay on task.
No, I love the idea of chores because it gives responsibility, but then comes the question of allowance, because then they'll say, well, I should be paid, or does that help, or does that hurt?
Well, that's a kind of controversial issue. I mean, basically, some places or some people believe that giving money to children prepares them for the real world. Others argue, of course, the kids will expect to be paid for every little task. So one might argue the best way is to just split the difference and have sort of a minimum list of chores that have to be completed, and then anything they do above and beyond that might be worth money. So it's like overtime pay.
Right, you're not going to get paid to make your bed, but if you want to go paint the house.
Right. That's ambitious.
Good duty. Yeah, I like it.
I've got dreams.
All right, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
Well,
all right.
What a night, huh? This is going to be really exciting.
This is exciting. And what a beautiful backdrop. We'll send it over to Jamie at Little Caesars Arena for our first official hockey game.
This is so exciting. It's a sea of red. It's a brand new building, and all the players say they are so excited to open up this new barn. They say the facilities are fabulous. They have 24,000 square feet of locker room. They say the seats are right on top of you. They really can feel everything, and they can't wait to get this night started.
I think it'll be great. I mean, obviously it's a new energy. We'll see how that is. A new building, a lot of excitement around it. I know us players are really excited to get going now.
It's going to be one of those games that you'll always look back and remember. So it's going to be fun.
All right, so I thought I'd bring in the boss for this special night. Your 21st season, but this has got to feel a little different.
Yeah, certainly. It's an incredible night, spectacular arena. Certainly, lots of great memories back at Joe Louis Arena. Obviously, some special winning the championships, but state of the art, best of the best, and very fortunate that for our organization that we're in here, and I think it's going to be a spectacular venue for the fans to watch a hockey game.
We saw a little bit of the opener. I won't give it away, but it's a lot of the old, bringing it into this new building. You have an organist too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really back probably, the old Olympia, Chicago Stadium had organists. We've had it here in preseason, and I think the fans loved it. It's certainly a different, it's different than what you're used to, so it's awesome. It just sort of adds to the experience.
Now, we were talking before you came on camera, there's new expectations when it comes to a new building and getting back into the playoffs. You told me in Traverse City it's not a full rebuild.
No, I mean, I'm hoping that we're going to be in March playing big games to try to qualify for the playoffs. At the same time, there is a rebuild going on, and there's some young players. Rasmussen, our first-round pick, played real well for us in training camp, scored 4 goals in 5 games. We sent him back, and some other young players. But, we want this to be big games, not only for the players, but for our fans here late in the season.
What about that one player everyone wants to know about? You went to Toronto to try and get him here, Andreas Athanasiou. Any update?
Nothing really. Certainly want him back, but right now, nothing to report. Nothing's really changed.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thanks, Jamie. Yeah.
Let's do this. Back to you.
I love it. Can't wait. It's going to be really exciting. And the other big sporting event that's keying up for the week comes then on Saturday,
That's right. Michigan State, and we send it out to Ben at Beacon Park as everyone's getting ready for the big game. Hey, Ben.
Hey guys, yeah, this is just sort of a preview. This is the flag football alumni game that's going on down here at Beacon Park. Michigan State just getting started. And of course, we're just a stone's throw away from where Jamie is down at LCA. Beautiful atmosphere down here. They've got fire pits, they've got food, so come on out. Everything been going on until 11 o'clock tonight. But the big story is, of course, what is going to happen with the weather for the game, because it does not look like we're going to be completely dry. Cold front is going to arrive, and it looks like right now some of those showers and possibly thunderstorms are going to be moving in as we get into the evening hours, very close to kickoff, and then that will be moving out pretty quickly. But those could be downpours, thunderstorms, and possibly gusty winds of up to 50 miles an hour. So keep that in mind if you're going to the game tomorrow night. Temperatures will be cooling down to the 60s after warming up into the 80s in the afternoon. By 5 o'clock, we'll be down to 79. But notice those winds, southwest 20 to 30 miles an hour as we start out tomorrow afternoon. So let's take a look at your forecast. Actually, that'll be coming up tonight on Local 4 News at 6. 57 tonight with increasing clouds and scattered showers as we're expecting those showers to be moving in from the west. Tonight's Hanson's weather window
short passes.
is
We're trying to go for the home run ball right now, okay?
The old Wayne County building. There you see it. And we had some beautiful blue skies. However, do expect to see a few showers this evening as that rain starts working in from the central part of the state. So guys, that's it from Beacon Park. We'll see you again at 6.
That's it from Ben and the world's loudest play-by-play announcer.
We did need to explain that to the audience. So Ben, you kept your cool, you kept talking.
I believe we're going to spot.
We'll give you guys something to eat for the next one.
And you can hear that eye of the tiger. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, Ben. Coming up, it's a test that only 65 people in the United States can say they have passed.
New here at 5:30, we're showing you what it really takes to be called a true master chef.
But first, how you might have supported North Korea's nuclear program by going to the grocery store. Next.
American shoppers buying seafood at popular stores may have unwittingly helped fund North Korea. An Associated Press investigation exposed the North Korean government actually outsourcing workers to China. These workers are processing seafood that's ending up in American stores. Their government then takes nearly 70% of workers' paychecks, generating up to $500 million a year. Now, this money may account for a sizable portion of the country's ballistic missile and nuclear weapon programs.
It is an exam that takes a week to complete, and some will tell you it is harder than the bar exam, harder than the CPA exam. In fact, there are only 65 people who have passed it in the United States. Tonight, our Tim Pamplin watched as 10 top chefs try to earn the coveted title of Certified Master Chef.
Oh, a quick slurp. Tastes delicious. About dinner time, so we're going to get you salivating here. We're at the Schoolcraft College School of Culinary Arts, and 10 of America's top chefs are vying for the title of Certified Master Chef. This isn't a TV show, no, this is the real deal. For these already executive chefs, they're put through their paces and kept under the watchful eye of men with clipboards. Each of these chefs gets an apprentice from Schoolcraft. Here's Zachary from Canton.
I was always in the kitchen with my grandfather from a young age.
He said he jumped at the chance of being able to work alongside some of the country's best.
It's probably one of the hardest things I've had to do. It's very demanding. It's a great experience, great learning opportunities.
The testing started with 10. We're now down to 7 chefs. Schoolcraft's Culinary Arts Department Chair, Sean Loving, right there working on his beef short ribs. The organizers tell me, if you're interested, come on down.
We do have some viewing windows on the other side where we encourage, if you have a child or you're interested in coming into the industry, come and take a look, because these chefs are attempting to be masters of their craft.
With the American Culinary Federation at Schoolcraft College, Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Come and take a look, because it might talk you right out of it. When you get up close,
right.
the look at
so
the
much
pressure,
skill, pressure,
the attention to detail that it requires. Great stuff. Good luck to all of them.
You would be a good chef.
I would love. I love to cook.
I know.
And I know you do too.
I would be so bad. Local 4 News at 6 is next.